All right, last week I took Nolan McNeil's good buddy, Gage Ulmer, fishing. We had a really good trip. I promised at that point I would take Nolan fishing. Today is that day, but it ain't all rainbows and butterflies. Unfortunately, we're here on an afternoon trip, and look at this. Look at this. Terrible storm. There's no rain anywhere else in southeast Louisiana except right there. So we're not, at least initially, doing exactly what we want to do. We've kind of just pulled into a little pass here. We're gonna try and catch some white trout. You know, typically this time of year, late summer, white trout moving close to the coast. They're really, sometimes really easy to catch. And I love white trout. I know a lot of people don't, but I really do. So we're gonna see if we can catch some today. Come along with us. All right, I came prepared in case we had to target white trout today. Brought some dead shrimp. Now these are big jumbo shrimp. I got these from my buddy Kevin Ford. He sells shrimp, they're 10-15s, really big. But we're gonna use them as bait, hopefully not all of them. I got Nolan set up with a double drop rig. Hold that up, Nolan. You see that right there? We got a 1 ounce weight with a 1/0 circle hook and a 1/0 circle hook. I'm probably just gonna fish matrix shads. So Nolan, let me show you what to do so you can be self-sufficient. You take the smallest shrimp you can find in here, because I'm gonna eat the rest of them. You basically use 1 knuckle per hook.
A small little piece.
Okay, give me your hook. Let's hook that up like this. Get another one. And drop that baby to the bottom.
Throw it out there.
I just drop it straight down. No reason to cast. Now, Nolan, the hardest thing to remember with circle hooks is not to set the hook. You just got to kind of load up on it and reel. Oh, there we go. What you got, Nolan? That's looking catfishy, but we'll see. Is that a double cat? Oh, it's a croaker? A croaker and a cat. All right, well, we'll take one of them. I'll keep a croaker that size. Let me get those pliers. Watch that catfish. All right, that didn't take long. Put him in the box. Well, it didn't take long. Go ahead, man. Good job. Keep these pliers handy. Look, there's your shrimp right there.
Okay. Use the tail? Is that fun? You ever use tail?
Yeah, use the tail. No, not the actual,
Okay.
nothing below this. There's no meat there. But just use 1 knuckle and 1 knuckle. I'm gonna be throwing a green hornet matrix shad on a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head, because white trout will definitely hit that. Water right here is 9 feet. The tide is absolutely ripping through here. We got a big lake out this way. This is a pass running from a channel out through here. Water's falling hard.
Oh, got off.
Okay, well, rebait your other one. Out here, it's about 50 feet deep, so we're kind of up on a flat. All right, Nolan's hooked up again. Hopefully not a kitty. Double kitty, woo! You know how to get these off?
Yep.
You just have to be careful, because those guys will definitely hook you. Don't get stung, because they will sting you. Get a good grip before you try and take that hook out. Let's hope it's not only kitty cats. So far, 3 out of 4 have been kitties. We had to make a move, if that's the case. Man, the thunder is rumbling, the lightning is popping. We just got really unlucky with where this storm is. I'm telling you, it's nowhere else in southeast Louisiana, but right there. Ooh. Lightning popped right there. I got another area we can run to and do this. Gonna screw up the rest of our day if we go there though, because it's a bit of a run and it's in the opposite direction. All right, lost him.
Felt bigger than the others.
Did it? It might have been a white trout, because they hit really hard initially, and they kind of give up.
So it was kind of one big pop instead of a little.
It was probably white trout. I'd really love for you to catch a white trout. I can't even see the other side of the lake. It's getting closer. Oh, you got him?
Oh, that's bigger.
Might be a big catfish. He's definitely digging, yep. All right, we're gonna pick up. We're gonna go. I don't like this rain. All right, Nolan and I made a move. That storm is still there, so we ran in the opposite direction. It was closing in on us. Nolan found a hot hardhead hole, but we really didn't give the white trout a fair chance because we couldn't move. Like, we stopped in one area, he made a couple drops, caught a bunch of catfish, and we couldn't explore the area at all because we got run off by that storm. So now we've ducked into the marsh, ran the opposite way of the storm. Water here is just okay. It's barely fishable, but we're gonna make a quick pass in here and see what we can catch. I'm throwing a Candy Bug Zimmer Swimmer under a 1/4 ounce tungsten bullet weight with a 4/0 extra wide gap hook. Nolan is throwing a Green Hornet Matrix Shad on a 1/4 ounce Death Grip jig head. And we're gonna see if we can catch some bass, redfish, maybe some speckled trout that have come in early. Typically this time of year I start seeing some trout. Bunch of bait in here. Water temp is 94 degrees. Super hot. Oh goodness, you saw that?
No.
Big bolt of lightning, scared the crap out of me. Get him, Nolan. Lost him?
Yeah.
Was it grass?
Ah. I mean, could have been.
Felt like a fish?
I mean, it's not really.
Yeah, I mean, it's 94 degree water. It's like, they just
Still got about, what, 4 hours?
makes them feel sick. They just sit there, they're not gonna eat. Dude. 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 That's a no-no. Be careful. All right, Nolan and I are on stop number 3. We're at one of these railroad bridges here in this eastern Lake Pontchartrain area. We're gonna try for white trout again. Water's dirty here, but we just dodging storms, so gotta take what we can get. Are you staying down? Can you tell? Let me see. Let's see if I'll even hold bottom. Tide might be too strong.
So,
There he is. All right, let's see what we got there, Nolan.
white?
Croaker.
Keep it, and that's too small in it.
He's on the small side, but we'll keep him.
They taste good, don't they?
Yeah, they're really good. All right, so yeah, so just drop it down and just make sure, like, I'd kind of throw it up just a little bit.
Like, so, because the
Right.
small, yeah.
Ow, fricker. Yeah, we'll keep him. He's about the smallest I'll keep, but we'll keep him.
Here. There it is.
Got him?
Small.
Ah,
That's a baby.
yuck. Come on, Whitey. Comes a train. Wave to him, a honk. Grab. Yeah. That sucks. All right, some days fishing is easy and some days you have to earn them. Today we are definitely having to earn them. Look at the crabs. See them? These little crabs, that's good redfish bait. Nolan and I have made a bunch of moves, tried a bunch of techniques, and don't have a whole lot to show for it, but now we've come into this bayou that for some reason is absolutely loaded with little baby crabs. I don't know if you can see that coming through. I'll hit him. So obviously that's a good sign. You would hope that maybe some reds would be crunching on those. Got a bunch of mullet in here as well. Only bad thing is this water's really bad. Not good at all. Fishing a bayou with 8 feet of water. Water temp is 94.7. Nolan and I ran away from that storm, so the area that I wanted to fish is out of the question because we've come too far in the opposite direction. But I can still see the storm there, and I just checked the radar, and it's literally over the spot that we were gonna fish. Just terrible luck. Another crab. Look at that. Look at the baby crabs coming through here. Be nice to see some big reds popping them. Oh, look at this monster gar. Is that what that is? Yeah, you see him coming through right here?
Oh my gosh.
All right, Nolan and I decided no guts, no glory. Made a big move to an entirely different area where we found the exact same water. That's a big gator. There's bait galore in here. If this water would clean up, this area would be ridiculous. This water's atrocious. I think it's worse than what we left. Dude, he won't go down. He's just eyeing us up. Dude, they seldom stay up, particularly the big ones, that long. That's a big gator, dude.
Oh my lord. How many feet do you think he is?
10. 5 feet around. You see how beautiful this bayou is. Like, this is just everything you want. Can't believe this water's this bad. Speckled trout? Nope, ladyfish.
What's that? Never caught that.
Never caught one? Yeah, it's called a poor man's tarpon.
You don't keep those, do you?
No. Look at the bait. Man, everything you want. So I'll spare you the boring details, but Nolan and I have had a really, really rough trip. We've dodged thunderstorms and have been plagued by absolutely filthy, filthy, terrible water. Just shockingly bad. Don't understand it. So now we're throwing up a prayer. We're coming to the edge of Lake Bourne. The state installed all these rocks with, I don't know, they're kind of like wrapped in netting. Some type of mesh along these shorelines to kind of stabilize them a bit. So we're gonna come here and throw spinner baits, gold spinners, with shrimp creole matrix shads and 1/4 ounce death grip jig heads. See if we can catch some reds. Actually, the water here is by far the best we've found all day. You know, with this good falling tide, we've got these cuts in this shoreline. You gotta figure some reds will group up around those to feast on what's coming out of that backwater. I suspect somebody put these PVCs as a warning, like not to go up in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I was hoping to find. All right. Nolan's already snagged, and I got a red. That big. This fish is, man, come on, you're gonna go right under the boat, huh? There you go. Probably not the only fish around. Shame you're hung up.
Yeah,
We can't go get it. You're gonna have to break it.
you mean to break it?
You have to. All right, that's a good fish. That's a good eater. Yeah, there we go.
Big boy.
All right, after a grind of a day, this fish is a sight for sore eyes, I'll tell you what. It's about a 20-incher, maybe a little bit bigger than that. Definitely good eating size. We're gonna keep him. That was maybe my 3rd or 4th cast. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I missed him. I missed him. He smoked it. Keep it high, because I think these are marking a continuation. Yeah, that's why you got to keep it high.
How do I keep it high? Just real fast?
Yeah, and keep your rod up. I'm hoping there will be some reds running along these rock walls, but I'm thinking our best bet is going to be at the cuts, but we're still going to hit these as we go from cut to cut. Water right here is 2.5 feet. Water temp is 89 degrees, which is by far the coolest water we found today. Most of the places we've gone to has been 94. Oh, Todd. Pulled in Nolan, damn it. Ah! There's no way you're getting it out that mesh. You hooked up? You had one?
Dude, I set the hook hard as I can. I don't know what I did wrong.
You positive you had one?
Yep, 1,000%.
He was running with it?
What I did wrong, I set it hard as I could.
Well, you don't get everyone. Another beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cut. Come on, let's find some reds, Nolan. There he is. Throw off that point, Nolan. Wait up, wait till I get past you. Wait, I'm coming this way. This fish is going up into the thick stuff. Throw off that point.
Is he a nice one?
Yeah. Yes, he is. They're all nice today. So awesome, so awesome. Oh, this fish is colorful. That means that water he came out of back there looks a lot better than what's out here. That last fish was super white. Good. Yep. All right, good fish. 20-incher or so. Real good eater. Oh, Nolan snagged again. That's our last spinnerbait, so Nolan's out of luck. Perfect eating size redfish. Love to have him. Another take-homer. All right, we really got burned by the conditions, as you could tell. I mean, the water was just filthy. Also, we had that storm that was over the area that we really wanted to fish. Just made the day kind of funky, and we just kind of were scrambling to try and find fish. Fortunately, we got enough to eat, and I got a meal in mind that it's kind of been on my brain for a little bit, something I've been wanting to try, and I'm gonna do that tonight. Let me show you the ingredients that I've got. All right, these first 5 ingredients are what I'm gonna use to season the fish. That's chili powder, cumin, onion powder, black pepper, and coarse sea salt. You can use table salt. I just like the coarse sea salt. It's a lot crunchier. Just kind of adds a little, little bits of saltiness that I really like. In addition to that, well, here's the main ingredient. We need some tequila. We're not gonna be taking shots, so all the alcohol is gonna cook off. We're gonna use this to make a sauce. Also need a lime, some hot sauce. I love this hawk sauce. And we need some butter, some cilantro. I already chopped that up. And of course, the main ingredient, some redfish fillets. All right, I got my cast iron skillet heating up. And while that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and season these redfish fillets. They're not really big enough. Some people like to cut out this bloodline. This fillet might need it, but these two certainly don't. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it in. Really not that big of a deal on really, really fresh fish. These were caught last night, so they're certainly very, very fresh. Kept them in a Ziploc bag, covered with ice in my refrigerator, so they stayed super cold. I know they're gonna taste delicious. So let me go ahead and season them. First off, we're gonna do this coarse sea salt, then the pepper, onion powder, cumin. Really love cumin. Definitely tastes the most like Mexican food. And this is kind of a Tex-Mex dish that I'm making. And last but not least, chili powder. All right, those are some good looking fillets. All right, if you've seen some of my previous catch and cooks, you know I do all my searing of fish in beef tallow. It's a Sulu brand, that's what I use. I got a link in the video description if you wanna get some of this. I get it from Amazon, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some in my pan, which is now smoking. Drop in fillet number 1. I'm gonna try and fit 2 in there. They are a little curled, but they should shrink up. All right, beautiful sear. Perfect. These are gonna be good. About the color you want. Slow days are part of fishing. Obviously, we all hate them. I definitely despise them, but it's just part of the deal. If you went out and caught 100 fish every time you went, you'd end up doing something different. Like it just wouldn't be fun. You've got to have that challenge factor. You've got to have that thought in the back of your mind, like you might not have success. That's what keeps you motivated. I know it's definitely keeps me motivated. But what I love about fishing here in South Louisiana is that even on the bad days, the really tough days, you're probably gonna catch enough to have a really, really good meal. And that's what we're gonna have tonight, I hope. Fingers crossed. Never made this. We'll find out together how good it is. Now, if you notice, I only season one side of the fish. One thing I cannot stand is over-seasoned fish. fish tastes so good by itself. You just gotta kind of accentuate those flavors. And I always season the flat side, the part that had the skin on it. That way when you put it in the pan, it won't curl. If you season the other side and put that on the pan first, put that pan side down first, the fish has a tendency to curl. All right, now here's where it gets fun. We're gonna pour in some tequila to kind of deglaze this pan. Really do more than that. We're gonna reduce the tequila as well. Ooh, pan's still a little hot. All right, I'm gonna try and reduce this by about half. You can see you got little bits of fish in there. That's what I want. I do love the smell and taste of tequila. I'm not a big drinker, but I really, really like the taste of tequila. Okay, I'm gonna use a microplane to get off some of this lemon zest. Oh, I'm sorry, lime zest. If you don't have a microplane, you don't necessarily need to do this step. You could just squeeze some of the lime juice in there, which we're also gonna do. But the zest just kind of adds a really, really potent lime element. All right, this is a pretty juicy lime, so I don't know if we need all of it. I think I'm just gonna do about half of it. Ooh, that's gonna be good. That smells really good. All right, this butter's been sitting out. It's about room temperature now. You can use cold butter if you want. Just prefer it room temperature so it doesn't cool off our sauce too much. Now I'm gonna whip some of this into our sauce. I have made a mess, that's for sure. I think Mrs. Marshman isn't home. I'd already be in trouble. All right, we're gonna add a little bit of our hawk sauce. Because everything's better with hawk sauce. And then we're also gonna add our cilantro. Everything's better with cilantro as well. Love, love, love cilantro. Okay, without question, I did not reduce this tequila enough. So it's gonna be a runny sauce, no doubt about it. You kinda have to do that before you put the butter in, otherwise your sauce will break if you try and heat it up too much after you add the butter. So we're just gonna have a runny sauce. Next time I'll reduce it more. Doesn't really change the taste, just kind of changes the stickiness of the sauce to the fish. It should be good, no matter what. All right, you want one of our redfish fillets? Spoon some of that sauce on it. There you go, you can see our runny sauce. Not ideal. Oh, let me get a fork. Presentation is less than perfect, but let's see how it tastes. All right, here we go. Mmm. Wow. That is very good. It is very, very good. I'm actually a little surprised. I'm surprised it's this good. It is excellent. Definitely wish I'd been a little more patient with that tequila, but you can't tell on the taste. It is very good. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I got a really good sear on this fish. All right, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Definitely enjoyed putting it together. Had a great time taking Nolan fishing. He kind of struggled at the end, getting snagged a lot on those rocks, but I promised him I'm gonna take him again. We'll have some better success, but I only have a better meal. All right, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. Until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.